What's going on? I'm sure you've seen a number of these. They're the people talking about Logan, the 4K version of the movie. First of all, I gotta say, YouTube's gotten out of control. I mean, this is why they're having the issues they have. They need to learn to balance themselves between people showing blatant amounts of content and just showing brief clips. It's getting just silly, and this is why you're going backwards. Figure it out. Now, sorry I've been away for a while. I've just been busy, other things, and I have been buying content. I've got a bunch of other stuff coming as well, and I did pre-order this movie, got it on the day it was released, but I've been waiting to view it. I've purchased a number of other things actually that I've been waiting to view as well, because as you know, if you've watched my channel before, I don't do this to make any money. I'm not trying to monetize this stuff. It's more so about trying to help people who want to buy content and give them an idea of what I think is worth it and what isn't. Plain and simply. I've also been watching other videos as people have been talking about OLED versus LED, LED versus OLED, and it's all just silliness. You know, it's some people have a pretty level head about it, and other people are just, you can tell they're fanboys, or they purchase something and so now they're just weighing in on it and saying, well, this is better than that, and they're telling you that they have other technology as well, but they never show it to you, so you don't quite know if they're telling you the truth. There's one dude who keeps throwing up all these Sony LED videos, and he's just clown shoes. He's got some points, but he's wrong about a lot of things, so don't buy into it. And anybody who has any experience buying this stuff, I'm sure, knows better than to buy into his idiocy. Every technology has its benefits and its weaknesses. Buy what's right for you and buy it based on what you're going to use it for. Simple. There's nothing such as perfection. You know, anything that, for instance, a TV with a full array backlighting system, trust me, the Sony 900E is a good set, but there is a lot that blows it out of the water. 20 zones of backlighting isn't going to make the best LED set you can buy in the market, and it isn't going to surpass OLED. So let's just get that out of the way first. Now, as far as this movie is concerned, Logan is a spectacular film. I hadn't seen it in the movie theater. Wolverine was my favorite character growing up. I didn't see it, I didn't bother streaming it because I knew I wanted to purchase it, and I wanted to see it for the first time in my living room in high definition. And why I didn't watch it on when I first received it was for one big reason, and that's this. This is my my new television that came yesterday. That is the LG C7 OLED 65-inch. Now, there are a lot of things around that television, a lot of things I'll go into. I'll make another video to sort of tell you why I made my choice. Initially, when I went into the store, I was looking to buy the 65-inch Sony A1E. I was also, the Panasonic was my first choice, but I saw it at a high definition, or sorry, at a electronics expo, and beautiful set. But there were reasons I decided against that, and I thought the Sony might be my choice. And then after going in and doing my own testing, last manufacturer I thought I was going to buy OLED wise was LG, and I walked out of the store, the LG. I was very impressed with it, and there are other things to that as well that I'll get into in another video. But as far as Logan's concerned, I would definitely say pick this up. Most of you who are fans, of course, of this stuff you don't need me to tell you to buy this. You're likely going to buy this. If you're not a fan of these kind of movies, you're not going to buy it because I tell you to. But if for whatever reason you're sitting out there on the fence, I will say it's definitely the best of the X-Men type movies. It's one of the best of the superhero films. It's more in the vein of Deadpool, and they were trying to go for that, something that was had some humor to it, but something that was adult, more in line with what Wolverine and Logan are as characters and as people. If you ever read the comic books, he's a killer. You know, Xavier was always trying to rein that in him because he was he's an assassin. He has what they used to call the berserker rage. He just loses it and he'll just tear people apart. And that was kind of his weakness as far as Xavier could see. It was that when he when he got angry, by the time that everything was sort of all said and done and he calmed down, there was a lot of death. This movie portrays that very well. It really portrays, I think it gives a great story. It takes place like in the year 2026, I believe. And they don't really fill us in on a lot of what's happened in between, but basically Logan and Xavier are on the run, and Logan's been taking care of him. And it's really kind of a tender look at, Logan, who's sort of one end of the spectrum, this sort of brutal, hardcore individual who isn't like Xavier. Xavier is more of a warm, positive individual, and Patrick Stewart's amazing. He's the best Xavier, as good as James McAvoy is. Patrick Stewart's always been the best Charles Xavier. It's a real look at, he just plays him very well as vulnerable, older, losing his mind. It's a very heartfelt film, very well shot, more gritty than the other films, more realistic. So, picture quality wise, out of 5, it's not the best of the transfers, but it's good. I would give it a 4.5. Sound quality wise, it's a 4.5. Again, it's not the best surround sound transfer I've heard either, but it's great. And movie wise, I would give it a 5. So overall, it is definitely worth owning. Some other stuff I'll sort of get into in another video. I think my next video will make it a little bit longer, but I've been picking up over the last while. I hate musicals, but this is good. But I'll talk about that. Passengers, as a lot of people have talked about already. Patriots Day. Of course, Planet Earth. I've had this since release, but I'm still on the first disc. A lot of it's repeats from other Planet Earth stuff. And Unforgiven. I love Westerns. Anyway, if you have any comments or any questions, please feel free to ask me. I've also upgraded my my AV receiver to a 4K receiver. I bought the Yamaha AX2090, but I returned it for the 3090, so I'm picking that up tomorrow. But anyway, Logan, A+, definitely recommended. Love you all. Talk to you soon, and I will try to make these more frequent. Take care.